I just want to share with you my tanks. I don't like things, right? Oh, women and spending. Hello, so I'm here today to do a quick haul on some products that I have bought and some things that I've ordered from Amazon. So it's just a little quick unboxing, you know. Who doesn't like new things? And basically everything that I've bought is in reference to what? Hair products. Oh my god, like what else is going on in my life? So I'm just going to go through some of the products that I bought quickly. They're not going to be in depth. I'm not going to go in depth about exactly how each product works, but you will see them in videos to come. The first thing I have here is fenugreek seed. I have for my products, I have been using a supplement that I bought. I really should have brought it. I've been using a supplement, the fenugreek that comes in the capsules, and I've been using them in my hair products, my hair oil, and also taking them. But I do know that some of these supplements come with fillers, and sure enough that the one that I have has fillers in it, so I just wanted to get the unadulterated version, just plain fenugreek seed. So I'll be using this in my oil. I'll probably be making fenugreek water as a leave-in spray, and I will use the seeds as whole seeds, and I'll also use them as powdered for depending on what product I'm going to make. And also I'm just going to be using some of these, find a nice recipe, and I'm going to actually be ingesting them. So that's the fenugreek seeds. I also have the kalonji seeds, or the black seed. This is where the black seed oil comes from. It's also called Nigella stevia, and I bought some of these so I can make my own black seed oil, either by infusion or later down in the road I'll probably invest in an actual cold press machine. So I know this is about to go into Psychoville, but I just really don't care. I'm going to actually cold press my own oil, so almond oil, black seed oil, avocado oil, mango seed oil. I don't know, I'm going to do everything. So I'm excited about using this. So I've done a lot of research, and after I've done the research, it's always something. So apparently the ones that are grown in India they use a lot of pesticides and everything on the plant, and then so that's a bit controversial as compared to those that are grown in Ethiopia. It's more free of chemicals that are used to grow it. But I got this. I'm going to use this for now. I'll switch over eventually. Next, I just stock up on some more amla. Right now I'm using amla in my oils, of course, and I use it as well when I'm mixing a deep conditioner. Yeah, so it's just amla. I needed to stock up on this some more because the ones that I had actually expired. So always check for the expiration date on these. Now it's very interesting because amla is called Indian gooseberry, and my mom, she just has access to everybody who have these exotic plants, and I've actually tasted the Indian gooseberry grown here. So I'm like, how can I use that over here? So it's very bitter. It has a high content of citric acid. It's like that really tart taste. You can use it in your hair and your skin and everything, but these actually come from like fruits that you can eat. So also I stocked up on some Bringraj powder. I have all of the Brahmi. Oh, the light is doing a lot of stuff, sorry. I have a lot of the I have Brahmi, Brinraj, Shikai Kai, and but the Brinraj they tout a lot more about the how this prevents, of course everybody says faster hair growth, but just accept your hair growth rate and worry about getting your nutrition internally and keeping your scalp clean and getting nutrition in your scalp and keeping your hair fortified. So that's more what I'm focused on, but it claims to help with preventing hair loss and slowing down male pattern baldness, and it helps with faster hair growth and prevents premature graying hair. And I have gray hair. Listen, these bad boys are like, where can I find one? There's one right there. Doo, 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 doo. And there's a few more of them through here. I've had my first gray strand when I was in grade 7. It's a long way from grade 7, so I've always had gray hair. They're not really abundant now. I don't know if it's because I've switched over to the Ayurvedic powders that it kind of reduced it a little bit, but they're there, okay? I don't mind the grays, but if you're going to slow it down, okay, whatever. Also, I purchased some more essential oils, and in this one it has rosemary because I ran out of rosemary oil. I needed some more rosemary oil. It has lemon, lavender, eucalyptus, cedarwood, and bergamot. So I really got it for these three: the cedarwood, bergamot, and rosemary. The peppermint and lavender, the eucalyptus and lavender are a plus, and then I'll just have to find a way to use the lemon. And so I'll go more into details about, or you can look up on YouTube. There's thousands of videos that will tell you what essential oil does what. But I've also done some research on essential oils and what properties they have and how does it translate into your hair care or skin care. And so when I'm making my products, I'll go into details about the ones that I did buy. I also bought some litmus paper. Oh my God, I haven't used this from high school chemistry time. And the reason I did that is because there's a certain chemistry when it comes to the product and how it affects your hair cuticle. The more basic products lift your cuticles, of course, along the same as temperature and everything, according to your porosity. Well, they all do that no matter what your porosity is, but certain chemicals lift your cuticles, and so you would find that your shampoos are more basic. And then when it comes to your conditioner, which will be the last step in your hair washing regimen, the conditioners tend to be a bit more acidic, and that helps close your cuticles to lock in the moisture. For me in particular, because I've stopped using hair store-bought product, and I make all of my homemade soaps and use natural food ingredients to treat my hair and the powders and everything. I wanted to get these, so I was looking to see my husband peeping over me. I got these to test how basic my hair product is that I'm making at home, or how acidic it is. And so, like for example, with this, actually what I have in my hand to test the black soap shampoo that I've made, that is, I've taken the raw African black soap, mixed it in with some water, added a little bit of oil so it isn't so drying, and that's my shampoo that I use. And so I've taken the litmus paper and tested that shampoo, and this is the color I got, and then I'll show you what color it lands. So it seems to land in between 8 and 9, and I'm comfortable with that. 10, beyond 9 and going into 10, 11, 12, you're kind of getting into a dangerous zone of how alkaline a product is, because that's when you get into your lyes and your relaxers and stuff, and baking soda. And people should be careful about using baking soda in their hair, because I've watched a lady before, she did where she washed her hair a couple times a week for a month with baking soda. And at first it was like, oh, my hair feels so nice and soft and everything. And I admit I used it once before and I'm like, oh, my hair feels soft. But then I really researched it, and then I added the chemistry background that I have, and I'm like, it's a safe though, because if you can use baking soda to whiten your teeth, right, what is it doing to our hair? And that it's so strong and more on the base or the alkaline side that you were actually relaxing your hair. And so what happened after a month, her hair was like completely destroyed. It was stripped, it was dry. She couldn't get her curl pattern back the way it was. And so over time she was really kind of relaxing her hair. So it's really important to really know the chemistry behind it. And I am going to, as these videos come out, I'm going to be adding a lot of chemistry behind the homemade products that I use, or the methods that I use, because it's important to know how to manipulate your hair strands, that is, to lift your cuticles, what molecule size is big or too big or small enough to get through those cuticles, how to seal it, what products you use to seal it, the method and how you use these products. Does it really make sense according to how the chemistry manipulates your hair strand? I hope that makes sense. I've read where our hair, a comfortable pH for our hair to keep it in kind of like this state of equilibrium where your cuticles are nicely laid down and it's happy, is 5.5. And so that's a good pH number to have for whatever product, the last product that you put on your hair is when you're closing your cuticles. So that's that with the litmus paper. Okay, let's get into this. So I've also bought these cobalt bottles. So I have 2 of them that I bought. So whenever I make my Fenugreek rinses or rosemary water that I use right now, that my homemade rosemary water that I spray on my scalp every other day before I do the oil massages, you want to keep them in bottles clear bottles are nice, but if you're not, for certain things that can sit outside of the fridge, but like oils and certain waters, it's good to have them in dark jars, so that the light that's coming from the outside, the sun, whatever, it doesn't cause too much reactions inside of through the bottle, and causes the liquid and everything to go a bit rancid. So that's really the point of having cobalt bottles, or even they have the amber ones, the brown ones. So it kind of keeps the sunlight out, or it's just shining straight through, and all kind of chemical reactions happening inside there, and it alters your product. I also bought a lot, it's probably 99 of these smaller bottles, because in the future when I do plan on, once I get this oil right, I'm going to mix it, and it's not necessarily selling for monetary gain, but kind of getting the oils out there so people can really be nourishing their scalp with a good balance of oils. Because that's another video coming where sometimes we are putting oils on our scalp, and because of the heavy viscosity of some of these, in particular Jamaican black castor oil, which I swore by for years, I still use it, but you just have to thin it out. And so if you're constantly putting oils on your scalp that they actually clog. The term is called homogenic or whatever, where the scalp, where the oil is a bit too thick, it actually blocks your pores, and so there's no oxygen going down there, and it hinders the new hair cuticle that's coming out, and may cause your hair to grow a bit thinner if your scalp is always clogged, and it attracts bacteria to just live right in that follicles. And so we want to make sure, yes, we can still oil our scalp, but we're putting the right oils in there. We're putting oils that have a faster absorption rate, so it doesn't just sit in your pores. It actually penetrates down, deeper down into your epidermis. Okay, and then just going over some oils, I got some avocado oil, 100% pure avocado oil, and I'm learning my lesson with these oils. I really am. I'm learning as I go. At first I write off avocado oil, but it still has a lot of nutritional value, and with this I'll use it more on my strands than using it on my scalp. And also, when we're getting our oils, we're always looking for expeller pressed. Cold pressed or expeller pressed are good things to look out for. That means there wasn't so many, there weren't additives or chemicals that would use to get the oil out of the seed. They just literally pressed it and you have your oils coming out. And they didn't use too much heat that can alter chemical reactions or break down the fatty acids that you actually get from the seed. So once it's cold pressed, expeller press, you will get the good raw 100% unadulterated oil. So for example, you can see also with my safflower oils that I bought as well, very high in oleic acids, and we'll go into all of that. Both of them are expeller pressed, and I'm happy about that. And these are some of the oils that I use in my scalp oil as well as my strand oil. Here's an example of two different grapeseed oil that I bought. And as you can see with the first grapeseed oil, this one, there is no claims of expeller pressed. I've looked in the front, I've looked in the back, and I've looked on their website. And so that suggests to me that there was a chemical process used to extract this grapeseed oil. And one of the things you encounter when they use a certain chemical process to extract these, you have this chemical byproduct called hexane, and it's actually a pollutant, and you don't want that sitting in your hair or on your face or even cooking with it. Like, why are we cooking with this? But I'll go more into that. And then I was able to find another grapeseed oil that is expeller pressed, and the claim in the back actually says this smooth hexane free oil is also perfect for body care and DIY cosmetic recipe. So I'm happy with that. That makes me comfortable. That gets my juices running, you know. Right. So I think that's it with everything that I've bought. I have plans on making some oils, and also some deep conditioning stuff. But mainly a lot of these stuff that I bought is to create a really nice growth oil. And I use that term loosely because a lot of persons, and it's not because they're trying to be shystery, but a lot of persons are getting knowledge from the school of YouTube, and everybody that's on YouTube are kind of getting information from other YouTubers. And so that's why my approach has been to really do my own research on the internet, reading some books, and getting the chemical properties of these products, and really seeing if the things that they claim to do really are doing this, and are we really harming our hair and skin more by following trends and buying these things that said hair growth oil or anything that promotes something, but it doesn't really do that. I hope that makes sense. So that's kind of my approach to it, because I've done a lot of trends, and also I've actually put information out there. And one thing about me is when I put information out there, I want to make sure it's right, because that's my name, and it's kind of embarrassing to have to backtrack on things that you put out there, claims that you put out there, and it really isn't true. So that's why I'm doing a lot of research, and I'm trying to help as much person as I can. I just want to share with you my tanks. I don't like things, right? Oh, women and spending. Anyway, so I really hope to put out really helpful and factual content out there, so we can really do these things correctly and get results, along with having a healthier lifestyle to aid and help these products give us the result that we want. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.